I've been avoiding GT4 races for months. Too fast, too intimidating. Instead, I've simply done test drives and an occasional AI race. However, during the December downtime, I've taken the plunge and done my first race at Spa, my first rolling start, my first race on the Porsche, and my first GT4 race. My intention was to stay out of everyone's way and not ruin everyone's races. As you can see, I started third from the back and avoided the chaos. In turn 1, personal victory was that I was not the first one to crash. Through Eau Rouge and Raidillon on cold tires, always frightening, but again, I'm not the first one to go off here either, and we make it through. Although, I have to say that I was going through it a little bit slower than everyone else, so the personal victory here has to be relativized. Nevertheless, we made it through, and off we go. This is the Falcon Tire Challenge. I've decided to drive the Porsche, and this is at Spa. I started near the back, stayed out of everyone's way, and had the most fun I've ever had in iRacing, and I should have done this a lot sooner, and I should have taken the plunge to GT4 a lot sooner than I did. 6 months of driving Mazda, and I will always drive the Mazda because it's awesome. But here we are, backing away from all the chaos, trying to stay with the cars ahead and not causing any issues. I have to say that the car behind us is probably also trying to stay out of everyone's way because they're not making a move around me even though I'm sticking to my lines. And now finally they saw the opportunity and 2 cars go by. That's fine, I'm staying close to my side of the lane. And another car goes off, there's a bumper somewhere in the middle of the road. Eventually 2 cars go off and everyone is driving quite fast, faster than on the Mazdas. There's the bumper. I did go wide several turns. I did like following the other cars ahead of me that were faster than me. It's always a good learning opportunity. I did also get out of the way of many of the other cars that were faster eventually and did start to lap me or catch up to me once they've gone off track and then caught up to me and need to go around me. I did go out of the way, got many thanks in the chat for that, so that was also nice to see and nice to hear from them. It's nice to see that I did not cause anyone's race to be ruined. And then once I had a faster driver in front of me, I tried to follow them as closely as possible to learn how much the car is capable of beyond what I've been able to extract in my own testing. Another highlight for me was that I kept my off tracks relatively low. Occasionally I do go off track like here, but that's fine. This allows the other cars from behind to catch up, and I do try to stay out of the way and let them pass safely. Again, several thanks in the chat for that, so that they can go around safely when there's an opportunity to do so. Going through here relatively quickly, not holding up anyone, I think. And turn 1 coming up. I'm holding my own, making sure I got the pace. I mean, let me know in the comments, where are good opportunities here on this track to let people pass? Definitely up the hill. I mean, I do go out of the way here, so that seems fair. They do say thanks so that they can continue racing without me holding them up. Another car is going to go past me here because I simply again feel like I do not have the pace to continuously stay ahead of them, so I stay on the racing line here or move over a little bit, but let them make the move while I stay on the racing line. Trying to stay predictable here. There's a long straight, so staying predictable allowed them to go past me with a better exit. But this is still a race, and I'm trying to learn as much as I can by pushing the car as much as I'm comfortable, so whenever there's a car off track or an opportunity presents itself for me to overtake another car, I will take it. The car behind is very eager to make a move. That they did poke their nose in there, this purplish yellow car, so eventually they're going to come around. If I can keep the gap the same or move away from them, I will continue racing, but if I feel like they're consistently close or getting closer, I will eventually move out of the way. Here the car makes an actual legitimate move, which is fine, and now I have another fast car in front of me where I can try to follow and see whether they're braking, whether they're lifting through these fast turns here or not. And as long as they're going full throttle, I think I'll go full throttle as well, and not risk anything beyond what's reasonable. And before I forget, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, leave a comment what your favorite GT4 car is, GT3 cars, what are you driving, what are you practicing, what are you working on, and if you do subscribe to follow my journey on iRacing, that'd be greatly appreciated. Happy to have you on board. And that pretty much sums up my experience in the GT4 car. This Porsche, I've decided long ago I want to learn the Porsche, I want to drive that one and go from GT4 to GT3 in the Porsche. That's the car I've chosen to learn and try to become better at. I will always go back to the Mazdas because the Porsche results are always very low, not in the points, losing I rating, probably losing safety rating as well. So I will always default back to the Mazda at least a couple times a week, once a week, to bring my I rating back up to, so that it keeps level essentially for the next season. And then that is going to be the learning experience through the Porsche. I loved it. I should have done it way sooner. It was awesome. The community was great. Everyone was friendly, saying thanks when I did not get in their way, so that was fantastic. The car was fantastic to drive, a lot more power than the Mazda, a lot more interesting to drive, a lot more things to manage and keep an eye on and pay attention to while driving and while turning and braking and accelerating. So the learning opportunity here is fantastic. It's great. Lots to go. Other cars are 10-15 seconds faster than me on several of the tracks that I've been practicing on so far. So lots to learn, lots to improve. Can't wait to get better. Can't wait to put in some good races on that and just have a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.